Hello everyone and welcome back to our Learning Hub series. This video is going to cover why meal planning can be beneficial, along with a step-by-step guide on how to meal plan. We hope this gives you some ideas on how you can do meal planning in your own household and you can see what works for you. First up, we are going to cover the benefits of meal planning. The first benefit is that it saves time. This might not be so obvious at first, however, having a plan will reduce the number of midweek trips to the supermarket. You also won't need to spend time thinking about what you want for dinner every night, and with practice, the process will become even quicker. Meal planning can also help us to save money. Without a meal plan, it is easy to get into the habit of doing more small food shops compared to one big food shop. And actually, this can increase how much money we spend overall. The more times that you enter a supermarket, the more likely you will add things to your shopping trolley that you might not need. And naturally, when we buy less things that we don't actually need, we're more likely to reduce our food waste, and this will be better for the environment. In addition, figuring out what everyone would like for dinner can be really stressful. Meal planning will enable you to organize your meals in advance with your family, and this should help create more enjoyable meal times with less stress. And last but not least, meal planning makes it a bit easier to plan healthy meals for yourself and your family. You'll probably be more likely to prepare and cook a nutritious meal from scratch if you have already planned and gathered all the ingredients you will require. So that is a summary of the main benefits of meal planning. Now on to how we can do it. Throughout this video, I will be using Susan as an example. Susan is a mum of 2 and she wants to make healthier meals for her family, but struggles to find the time between her work commitments and her children's activities. So our aim in this video is to help create a meal plan that suits Susan and her family. Step 1 for creating our meal plan is to think ahead. Firstly, decide on the number of days you want to plan your meals for. Also have a think about what these days look like. Are you really busy or do you have lots of free time? This will help you decide what type of meals you will have the time to make. For Susan, she wants to plan ahead for the next 5 days, and to start off with, she's only going to focus on planning her family's evening meals. Her week ahead isn't too busy, but she does have to work late on a Tuesday, and our kids have activities on a Thursday night. The next step is to check what you already have in. This will help you use up any food that you already have, which can help you save some money and reduce food waste. Sometimes we can be surprised with what we find tucked away in our cupboards and freezer, so having a frequent stock check can be really useful. When Susan had a look in her fridge, she found a leftover leek and some potatoes. She also had a lot of pasta in her cupboards from buying it in bulk the week before, and she had some pita breads in her freezer. In order to use up what she already has, these foods will be incorporated into her meal plan. Coming up with ideas for meals can be really challenging. If you have a family, sometimes it is hard to please everyone and it is normal to go through periods of feeling uninspired to cook. We recommend getting the family involved in coming up with meal ideas for the week so everyone can feel like they are getting something that they want. Great places for recipe inspiration include cookbooks, social media like Instagram and Pinterest, food blogs, and even the Nutrition Scotland website, which I'll link below. A good starting point for coming up with meal ideas is to think about what you already have in your kitchen and go from there. So back to Susan. When she was thinking of meal ideas, she asked her kids what they'd like to eat this week, and they replied pizza. To use up the pita bread that she has in the freezer, Susan suggested that they could all make pita pizzas for dinner one evening. To help encourage her kids to eat more of their 5 a day, she also asked them what kind of veg they'd like as toppings. Involving the family in your meal planning decisions can be helpful to ensure that everyone is happy with the dinners being served, though this can be easier said than done. To use up the potato, leek and pasta that Susan already has in her kitchen, she goes to the Nutrition Scotland website for some meal inspiration. Here she finds a potato and leek soup recipe and a pasta arrabbiata recipe which she knows her family will enjoy. A meal that Susan knows her family loves is her chicken and vegetable curry. It's great to have go-to recipes like this that you know off by heart and you know your family will enjoy. It can help make meal planning that little bit less stressful. Once you know what meals you'd like, have a think about how long each one will take to prep and cook. and this will help you decide what will be best to have on each day. However, it is good to be flexible and know that you can move things around on your meal plan if anything crops up last minute. And once you've done this, write down all the ingredients you will need to make each meal and cross off the ingredients you already have in your kitchen. Now what you have left is your shopping list. On our website, we have our own PDF meal planning guide, which includes a printable meal planner and shopping list. The link to this will be in the description below, but feel free to make your own at home if you prefer to do that. So, using Susan as an example again, taking into account the days that she is busy, Susan decides to make a double batch of chicken and vegetable curry on Monday to have as leftovers for dinner on Tuesday when she is working late. She will also make a big batch of potato and leek soup on Wednesday, and the leftovers will make a great lunch option for the next day. On Thursday, when her kids have football after school, she is going to make the pasta arrabbiata as it is really quick and simple to put together. And on the Friday, Susan and her family will be making pita pizzas together. Having some structure in the form of a meal plan means that Susan is less stressed thinking about what to have for dinner every night. Susan's shopping list ends up looking something like this. She writes down what ingredients she needs and crosses off what she already has. And after you've written your shopping list, you are ready to buy what you need. Susan decides that the best time for her to go shopping is on a Monday morning when her kids are at school and she is off work. There are lots of different ways that you can save time throughout the week in order to increase the likelihood of you sticking to the meal plan. Why not try setting aside an hour or two within the week to wash and chop veg, or even batch cook some meals? Susan decides that she wants to save some time in the Monday evening when her kids are home from school, so she washes and chops the vegetables on the Monday morning so that they are ready for cooking in her chicken and vegetable curry in the evening. Susan also knows that her Thursday evening is going to be busy, so she makes up the arrabbiata sauce a few days in advance when she has more time and freezes it for later in the week. Meal planning might seem like a lot of effort initially, but soon after some practice, you'll be a pro. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is just a guide, and the way that you end up meal planning might look totally different to this. It is really important to make sure that you find what works for you and your family. Don't forget to check us out on our other social media channels, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also have a website full of free nutrition resources and recipes, so head over to nutritionscotland.org to check these out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Learning Hub videos.